What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Now, I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about what's happening with Bitcoin because I do believe that this is a strong moment of truth that could implicate and kind of imply where the Bitcoin price is going to be going for the next couple days, possibly even the next few weeks. And so with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into the video. So looking at Bitcoin here, what we can see is that yes, it has made a beautiful move over the last 48 to 72 hours, right? I mean, being in this consistent downtrend, putting in these lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, then bam, we get this beautiful breakout to the upside, break through this descending channel. All of that is absolutely fantastic. And although this has been great, I do think that there are still a couple more important steps that need to be taken before we can really say that we're out of the woods and that this downtrend that we've been in is actually over, right? Because what you have to understand is that when you're in a bull market, you are constantly at the threat of liquidation. You are constantly at risk of huge pullbacks to the downside, huge pumps to the upside, liquidating shorts, liquidating longs, the whales and the lizard people trying to take all of your crypto, right? That is a constant threat. Now, I know it sounds dramatic, but it needs to be dramatic because it's that real, right? And at the end of the day, when you have moments like this where the market is doing good or it's looking good, that's fantastic. But if you get too drawn into the hype, you get too drawn into the excitement here, this market could easily pull back and wreck anybody who went too crazy right here, right? Opening up a bunch of long trades and stuff like that. And so because of that, I want to talk to you a little bit about the current decision that Bitcoin is making and how you'll be able to tell when the decision is made and what it means for Bitcoin, okay? So the decision that Bitcoin's going to make literally right now is whether or not it's going to go up or not. Now, I know that sounds so ridiculously simple, but hear me out, okay? So what we can see from Bitcoin is a couple things. First and foremost, we obviously, as I mentioned before, just broke this descending channel to the upside, and now we're sitting right at the upside of the channel. So Bitcoin's now deciding, okay, am I going to hold some support here and use this support to continue? Or am I maybe going to go a little bit down, find support and continue? Or am I literally just going to go straight back down within this channel and immediately likely head to a new lower low, which does look like the low 50,000s, but at least 56,000, right? Somewhere around there, okay? So it's trying to decide, am I going to be able to hold up right here or not? The other decision that it's making is, of course, from this swing high that we put in all the way down to this swing low that we put in, is it going to be capable of breaking this micro 618 to 786 zone currently sat between $62.9 and $64.8 thousand? You guys know that the 618 to 786 box is the most important Fibonacci retracement zone in a range like this. And in a situation like this, if Bitcoin's price is able to clear it, then it's in a position in which it could easily shoot back up towards 70,000, right? It could not only go to retrace this and reclaim this previous high, but also go up further to surpass it, going up to its next Fibonacci extension, currently sat at $70.3 thousand. And so sitting within this 618 to 786 zone, knowing that if you break it, the door's open to the upside, but if you get rejected, the door is then open to a really strong pullback to the downside, then obviously you can see that while we're consolidating here, Bitcoin's trying to decide, okay, are we going this way or are we going this way? This is a very important zone. On top of that, what you can see is that from a little bit more of a macro perspective, if we just draw some horizontal lines around where Bitcoin is right now, just right here, what you can see is that this has historically been an important decision-making zone, right? We found support here, we found support here, and in both of those instances, we were able to continue upwards, even kind of here, right? We were able to continue upwards, But the moment that we saw Bitcoin start losing support here this previous time, then it led to this ABC correction to the downside that gave Bitcoin that 25% pullback all the way back towards $56,000. So clearly this little range right here is incredibly important, and we've seen that historically as well, right? If we go out to the daily charts and we go look back over here, this is the reason why it's so important. This was that first all-time high that we put in 2021 right here. Then it was right around where we put in the second all-time high, right at the end of 2021, right? Look at all this liquidity, look at all this resistance, look at all that rejection. And so it is no surprise that we're going to see Bitcoin struggling at this zone while we are sitting directly within it. And so knowing these things and knowing the struggle that Bitcoin's having right now, I definitely think that it's important currently to kind of hold off and not go too crazy, being under the understanding that it's about to decide, okay, look, am I going to clear 65,000? If Bitcoin's able to clear 65,000, I think even from that point, if it pulls back a little bit, the door is then open for it to push back up to 70K, and I'm rather confident in that. But if Bitcoin's price does start to roll here, we are at risk of, the first big risk is that it loses support here. It's unable to hold support, and then we're really looking downwards. I mean, we're looking to the low 50,000s from that given point. And the second kind of smaller risk is that we start to consolidate or goes downwards a little bit or a little bit more sideways, because remember, summertime is is boring. And then that maybe looks like Bitcoin pulling back to the high 50s before eventually being able to make that move to the upside. Those are two major risks that we have right now while we're below this $65,000 level. And that's why I believe sitting down and buying some Bitcoin and going long on Bitcoin at this exact moment probably just isn't a good idea. I would allow this moment to play out. I would see what decision Bitcoin makes. Does it break 65? Does it not? And if it doesn't, then obviously we can accumulate down here. And if it does, then maybe opening up some long trades or something like that would be the best idea, understanding that we're likely on track for 67 to 70,000 back towards the upside. And so the whole purpose of this video is to say I think it's best to just hold off right now, allow this range to play out, allow Bitcoin to break this zone before making any decisions on what you are going to buy. Now guys, don't forget, if you do want to buy some Bitcoin, you can do it over on CoinW with my link down in the description below. Listen, you don't need to KYC, meaning you don't need to give them any of your personal info. You can just deposit funds and start trading, and you're going to get not only up to $30,000 in rewards, which is absolutely ridiculous, but you're also going to get free access to our trading group, which comes with scalp trade signals. It comes with market updates. It comes with technical analysis and charts. It comes with live trading sessions on a weekly basis, multiple per week with pro traders who are some of the best in the world. And literally, it's free. All you have to do is sign up for CoinW with the link down in the description below. Again, you'll get up to 30,000 and you'll get free access to that trading group, which is absolutely ridiculous value. So go take advantage of that and don't miss out. But overall, that's about it today for Bitcoin. Very simple, very easy. Pay close attention, allow the decision to be made, and then base their next reaction off of that action. So I will, of course, continue to update you hopefully on a daily basis about what Bitcoin's doing, as well as some of our other favorites like Solana and HBAR and Render and Jasmy and Caspa and much more. So if you do enjoy the content, you can always let me know quite simply and easy by smashing the like button on this video so more people see this content, subscribing to the channel so that you never miss another one, and I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.